that reparations is taking place right now on an ongoing basis. But it is reparations not paid by the colonizers to the colonized. The reparations are being paid by the poor world to the rich world. And if we look at the whole structure of international economic law, tracing it from its beginnings, from the time of Grotius, we would see how certain ideas of property, of commerce, of investment, and the particular ideas and the legal technologies developed to protect those ideas of property and so forth have actually continued on to the present. So my argument about reparations is reparations continues on. It is the poor world that is making massive payments to the rich world. Think about the level of debt being suffered in the poor world. All this as a result of loans that are supposed to provide assistance to countries in the poor world. So I would contest the claim being made by a former president of the World Bank, Robert Zoellick. Robert Zoellick, a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, said something like, there is no longer a third world, because everyone now is the first world. And there are some very prominent examples of countries that have succeeded, such as Singapore, which is where I am based at the moment. I would suggest the reverse argument. I would say now everywhere is the third world, or we would find the third world everywhere. And now what I find interesting is that problems that were previously thought to be specific and peculiar to the third world, problems of inequality, problems of social dislocation, problems of nationalism, all these problems, austerity measures. Upstate New York, my colleague Macau can talk about this a little, perhaps in more detail, hopefully not in relation to Buffalo. But I was visiting certain towns in upstate New York, and I suddenly thought, this is structural adjustment. This is what it looks like. And it's happening in the heart of the United States.